Welcome everyone to this video tutorial on SQL. So in today's class we will be creating a table with some constraints imposed in it. Okay, so let's try the table. Suppose we are going to create a table name student 6. Okay, because there are already names table called student in the database, so I have given the name student 6. So as you can see, I will put roll number as the first attribute, and this will be the primary key of the database. Okay, next I will give the name of the students as the variable character, because the name of the students can vary, and so I will put a constraint that it cannot be null. So name of a person cannot be null, so it will put the value as not null. Next I will enter marks, which is of type number. Okay, next I will the value called result, which is of only one character, because I will simply put the result as pass, fail and withheld, and I will impose another check here, check result in. So what I can write? I can write check result either in pass, either in fail, or either in withheld. Okay, so what do you mean by this? That whenever a user will insert the result can be either pass, fail or withheld. So there is no other permissible values in the database. Fine. So next is the date of joining or date of admission, which is of type date. Okay, so if you execute this, so there is this, so this the particular table is created. Okay, so if you want to see the structure of the table, so you can see that role is a data of type the number, and it is the primary key. Okay, permissible value is length is 10. Name, which is of data type variable character, has a length 30, and it is null, it is not null constraint is imposed here. Okay, so the roll number of a person cannot be also null, since it is the primary key, and name of a person also cannot be null, but marks can be null, results can be null, and date of admission can be null, because we have not put any constraint in those attributes. Okay, so these are the description of the table. Now we are going to insert the value. So insert into, name of the table is student 6 values, roll number 1. Okay, since we will give the name as link with a single quotation, the next is your marks, next is your result, and date of admission is 12, suppose January 2020. Okay, so if you execute this, the message template tells you that one row has been inserted. So how can you see the values? By writing the command select star from student 6. Okay, so this will show you that these are the values which have been inserted. Now suppose I am going to insert a value which called, because the now two students can have the same name, they can have the same total marks, they can have the same date of admission value, but what cannot be the same? The roll number cannot be same, because see, one already has been inserted. So if I want to insert again, so it will give me an error message that unique constraint violated. That means that two students cannot have the same roll number, so I have to change the roll number to something else. So if you execute this, now that there is row can be inserted. Okay, suppose I have put that name of a person cannot be null. Okay, suppose if I want to insert a data with roll number 3, and suppose I am saying that I don't know the name of the student, what is it? That means null. Okay, if I want to execute this, so it will show me an error message, this cannot insert null into student 6 name. So the meaning is that you cannot insert a null value to the attribute called name of this particular table student 6. Now you have to insert a name here. So suppose I have inserted this. Now so if you now execute this, one row has been inserted. Okay, so you can see that the value is so these are the values which are getting inserted. Okay, suppose I told you that the result of a person can be pass, fail or withheld. Okay, so I cannot write any other character apart from P, F and W. Suppose if I want to insert a value with this particular value called A, so if I execute this, so it will tell you that check constraint violated. That means whenever I have created the table, I am putting a constraint that the result of a person can be either pass, fail or withheld. So this is the only permissible values here. So we cannot insert any other value apart from this. So this is how you can insert the value. Now if you see these values, these are the okay. Now suppose a person wants to see the name of the students whose result is withheld from student 6, where so what will be the query? To know the name of the students whose result is withheld, result will be equal to what? Very simple, W. So if you execute this query, so it will give the name of the student as Justin. So Justin is the student whose result got withheld. Or if you want to see the details of all the details of him, then you have to simply write star. So this is the name of the students whose result got withheld. Fine. Now suppose you want to find the name of the students whose name start with the letter called J. So here you have to write select the information from student 6 where name like it will start from J, so you can write this. Okay, so this will give you the information about the students whose name start with this. Or you can change the alphabet. If you want to see the details of the students whose name start with J, you have to simply write this. Okay, now see, this is the name of the students. Okay, now suppose you want to find the name of the students whose marks is less than 235. So here you have to write select name from, because you want to find the name of the students where marks is less than 235. Okay, sorry, it should be less than. So if you execute this, this is the name of the students whose marks is less than this. Along with the name, if you want to display the marks, you can write your marks. Okay, so it will give you the marks and both the names of the students. So this is how you can execute very simple SQL query. Hope you like this video. Thank you very much.